Dang, I'm starting to get bored on this ship. Sure wish someone on here would recommend me something to do. Something I haven't done before. Something that's popular and trendy, yet actually fun to watch, analyze, review, or talk about. What a great idea, totally inconspicuous and totally innocent fellow crewmate. Thanks, buddy, I appreciate that. Can't wait to help you with tasks in the engine room. So, I had always seen the Breaking Bad memes floating around and was always amazed by their great quality and how funny they were. And finally, I got a Netflix subscription. Not for the purpose of watching Breaking Bad, but an assignment I had to do for my class. Decided to finally take the chance and watch Breaking Bad, one of the best TV shows ever made according to a lot of people. And they were right. Breaking Bad is an incredible show. It deserves every single bit of praise it gets, and then some. But if you couldn't tell, I'm not here to talk about how great it is and why it is a masterpiece. Maybe another video for another time. I wanted to talk about something that no other YouTuber or even news or nerdy outlets talked about for science. If you couldn't tell by the thumbnail of the title, I'm going to be answering a question. How many drug scenes are there in Breaking Bad? I know that's a dumb question, but it was something that popped up in my head whilst watching the show. I just couldn't shake it off. It was something I needed to know. Something I felt other people needed to know as well. So, before I go any further and get to it, let me get a couple of things out of the way. First and foremost, if it wasn't obvious, major spoilers for all of Breaking Bad lies ahead, as well as spoilers for the follow-up and epilogue movie El Camino. You have been warned. Second, I will not be including Better Call Saul in this video. If this video does well enough, I will do a second part going over the same exact topic, except with Better Call Saul. One more thing, to establish some ground rules. What exactly constitutes a drug scene? Well, here's my definition. A drug scene is a scene involving the consumption of said drugs, the production of said drugs, or the heavily implied use of drugs. Any scene that has a bag of the blue stuff in their hand and actively being used, not part of the background, will be counted. Whether it's Tuco snorting crystal pure blue, or Walt cooking up a batch with Gil and Gus's homebrew kitchen, or Combo distributing the stuff to some meth heads on the corner. And just because, I'll include the funny little herb plant and Coca-Cola and Hero Bry in there because they are technically drugs, even though Breaking Bad is about the big blue. What does not contribute a drug scene, however, is cigarettes, alcohol, or Walt, Jesse, Gus, Mike, Gil, Victor, etc. being in the lab doing nothing. Just because they're around the equipment does not mean that they are in the lab actively cooking in the lab during said scene. And yes, ricin will be counted as a drug, as it technically is a drug after all, even if it is poison. With that out of the way, let's get to it. Enjoy the ride, because there's a lot of scenes to get through. Also, I may not be the most accurate, because most of my note-taking is right, skimming through episodes during finals week, which I shouldn't have been doing for finals week. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get to it. Overall, Season 1 wasn't filled to the absolute brim with drug scenes. It was just the first season after all, and things were just starting to get heated up. Though there's still a fair amount of scenes in this season, with a total of 21 to 22 scenes altogether. across the season, averaging about 3 scenes an episode for a 7-episode season. Surprisingly, only 3 additional scenes for season 2, with 24 overall for that season. Also, the first season with episodes where there were no drug scenes. 3 episodes with no drugs, a little over 2 scenes an episode. "24 scenes overall for season 3, but continuing the trend of episodes with no drug scenes at all. 5 episodes total this season with no scenes, an average of 3 scenes per episode. 34 scenes altogether for season 4, the highest amount overall so far. Only one episode where there are no drug scenes that happen. Season 5 had 27 to 28 scenes overall, 2 episodes with nothing happening. Now we move on to the final piece, El Camino. And surprisingly, only 2 drug scenes in the entire movie. Badger and Skinny light up a joint near the beginning of the movie, and Neil's friends snort coke towards the end of the movie, or about midway through. Okay, so thanks so much again, guys, for all the support. Really hope this video was fun. I had a lot of fun making it. It's probably my most expensive video to date. Took a while, but I think it was worth it. And I also, the reason why it's so expensive is because I had to track down it wasn't hard, but I had to find a relatively cheap complete series box set of Breaking Bad, and I found one luckily for relatively cheap. But yeah. And also, I couldn't do the El Camino clips because they were nowhere to be found on YouTube. And also, Netflix, being Netflix, and also physical copies of El Camino are not cheap whatsoever.
Funny.
And also, I have a correction. I somehow was off, and I have actually around 122 to 125 scenes overall instead of 134 clips. So about 9 to 12 extra scenes that I overcounted. On top of that, there was about 2 to 4 other scenes that I just completely ignored the first time around counting these. So, yeah. Anyway, to be truthful, I'm probably still missing some scenes, but it's okay. I enjoyed making this video, and this was just a little bit of an update, and I felt like I needed to put it here. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to the video. I've learned something from doing this. Vince Gilligan is an incredible director. He made some of the best scenes ever in fictional media. Everything from the way Walt cooks a batch to even the smallest stuff. Like Jesse smoking his pipe is done incredibly well with serious mastery. It's all art, truly art. Like Jesse says in season 1 to Walt, when they first cooked together in the RV, the cinematography, the shots, the colors, the aesthetics, the direction, etc., is all done incredibly well. It was a joy coming back through ABQ for a second time, even if I was truly not taking it all in. Bravo, Vince, and thanks for the masterpieces that are Breaking Bad and El Camino. Now, excuse me, I need to go do my tasks in electrical in the engine room. I'm off to the stars. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.